All right, and hello and welcome to Crucible of the Forgotten, a Vampire Survivors type game, just with a lot slower game pace and a little super hard to figure out. It's a bit technical, so explanation is going to be at the ready, but again, it's not going to be the best. So you get 4 characters to start here in the demo, 4 basic spells. Each character has a different ability and aspect, which, spell aspect. So your first guy here, he gets 2 spells. Everybody else gets 1. He specializes in defensive and mud abilities, as you can tell, water and earth, mud. Also gets acid, snowstorm, a few other things. Um, However, he is locked to just whichever 2 you choose. Preferably the acid is the way to go because you get the acid cloud, fog cloud, death cloud, snake cloud, DOT damage. It works if you're fighting some bosses. Some bosses come in groups of 3. This one here, her unique is everything gains more experience, so you can specialize in one quicker. Um, this guy here, he literally does anything close range. If you prefer a challenge, he's pretty much the guy. And then this one here, every spell has an additional aspect, which is an extra attribute. So, for instance, if I want to do her with air, let's say, so instead of it just being like air slash, it'll be air slash, but air slash has chain, or air slash has a wider AoE, and it starts with an auto ability. So you got to pick and choose that carefully. So basically, earth barrage, water barrage, wind slash, and fire blast or fireball. You get 2 potions to start. These you can just pick up and change at any time. Unlike most games, let me go ahead and show you here. I'll go with the wind attribute. Is it C? So C for character. This is your character. This is their stats. Starts with extra strength, resolve, vitality, fitness, quickness, insight. They all have their own things to what they do. That's pretty self-explanatory. That's easy to know. This isn't available in the demo yet. This is for item attributes, as in, for instance, what we were just talking about. Here is the spell, and her extra ability on this aerial slash is extra damage. That's its extra ability. Same with here. Its extra ability does extra damage. And then your heal. This spell is all right. This spell is basically where it's at, your wind shot. If you play other games, you imagine it as the throwing daggers. You can upgrade what you need. This spell can go anywhere. It doesn't matter. This spell can only go into 2 slots. Either your mind, where you summon it, or your book summons it. Each of these can get a modifier. You spend enemy kills or enemy blood to upgrade, and you can always switch out the weapons when you get better. Since I have no salvage or anything like that, which it would normally tell you up here how many you have, I can't add anything, but it would add a modifier, and then the highest modifier would be tier 3, so it's like 10%, 30%, 50% reduction speed. Anything else, it does not explain that much, but... And then we'll go ahead and get on it. It auto-casts everything, so having a mouse doesn't do anything other than lets you choose your abilities. And by a slow game, I mean it's really slow. Spell speed for quickness. The wind dagger has pierce. The other one is align, piercing as well. That big boss takes about 3 hits. Let's see. Let's go this way. Some of these games are not my cup of tea. Not because of their speed or anything like that, but I don't find them as tactically fun. But with this game, unlike Vampire Survivors, I believe it has a lot more replayability if it turns out the way it's supposed to. Let's see. Kinetic Blast. That's this one. Do I want to shoot 2? No, I'd rather have you reduce. I want projectile speed. But projectile speed, it's also cooldown. So speed and cooldown do the same thing. Cooldown is 10. Speed is actually 5, so it's half as effective, but it does throw it faster, so the move speed, pierce damage, 5% more. So you trade off the extra 5% cast time for this speed, pierce. Personally, it's best when you get multi-dagger to it and everything. Let's go with more fitness. We haven't even used it. We haven't been hit. Your health is here. It does recover over kills too. Let's go to spell power. Let's go projectiles. Now I fire 2. There's projectiles, and then there's spread, I believe it's called. And then there's multiplicity. Multiplicity would be like your dual shot. I forget the other one I was saying, but yeah. I could go up here. You know what? Let's unlock additional air like thunder. All right. Let's go cast range. Let's go cooldown. Again, these aren't like significant cooldowns, but once you get up there, each fill can be done 10 times, so once it hits 10, it's not really useful. So let's see, do I want to summon a boss? No. I wonder what the other one is. Yeah, the bosses are like nice and all. Yeah, you can get things like Vampire Survivors where hits, extra abilities, extra perks, blah, 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 but if you're not level like 8 or have 4 spells that are decent enough at level 5, you're gonna get toasted. Because first boss, very, very first boss, shoots homing projectiles. So you want everything you have. Air response, increase attributes. That means everything gets a 10% buff more, but all your spells gain less. Sage, same thing. Reduced exclusivity, which again is your weapon expertise, but you can get more. And then extra damage, but you lose fragments, so you don't get to upgrade or give them more better abilities. I normally skip these 3. I prefer going for Herbalist, which is healing or air and nature spells gain an additional 15% EXP. Remember, you don't have to upgrade just because it says to upgrade. Or specialize in a class when it says specialize, so don't feel like you have to. That fragment source up there that I was going to go get to, it's over time, like a capture the flag type thing, gotta sit there and wait. The best way to play this, instead of just summoning Foss, just kill them all. They only respawn to up to, I think, the 10th minute per map. That's pretty much what we're going to do here, or die. But at the rate it goes and the amount of quickness we have, I don't see that really happening. Unless, the boss somehow overpowers. I don't have my tea going today, or else I'd be up and a little more jubilant. I have had coffee, but not my tea. I don't think I have any of the music or anything. Well, no, it sounds like I got it, but it seems that it's just really, really low, even on max level. Totally fine. Ooh, let's see. What does this do? Now apply wind force, and then crit. Crit does additional crit, and then shocked. When they critically hit, based on the ratio, shocking enemies for the life force. Yeah, you know what? We will knock back on crit. And we will do multiple projectiles. What would you like to do? Add a modifier or add an enlightenment? We'll add a modifier. What do we want to add? Summoning spells, cooldown, purpose resolve, rapidity, but you lose damage for faster. 2 additional projectiles. Yes. And then what we will immediately do is come over here and we will take this off. We will switch. We will put that on. Now we're firing 4 projectiles. And that's the one thing I really like about this game are those perks. Is that you can freely switch your spells around to whichever slot you want to get the better attributes. It doesn't lock you into a permanent tree. Again, the only perma tree are the upgrades here. As you can tell, I was going for finesse and quickness. Quickness, cooldown recovery, and finesse is chart speed. Basically the same 2 things I was talking about earlier. Let's see. Let's go with more quickness. For rejuvenation, we'll go that. Wind shot, I want more projectiles. Kinetic, I want more damage. Let's turn that in. If I could get laser blast. Laser blast is kind of cool. It's a linear shot, just like the kinetic shot, but it charges up to do damage and sits there like a solar blast or a solar beam, which is really, really, really nice. Like 5 seconds apart defense, it would toast right through these heavy bosses. The other thing I like is EXP is based off of murders instead of pickups, so I don't have to worry about that. Let's see. 10% more attribute, quickness, insight. More for less. More for less, more for less. We'll just go for refinement. Again, you don't have to play how I do. It's just, here's my recommendation. Oh, looks like it's been 5 minutes, not 10 minutes. That's my mistake. I apologize. There's the boss of the stage. And there's its homing. If we had summoned him any earlier, we would be pretty much dead. It's rejuvenation. Let's get some more overall damage. Let's go ahead and do duration. Wind shot. Point blank or barrage. Well, you know what? I want multiple casts. Projectile speed. Split. Cool. Alright. So as you can tell, we now do burst projectiles in one. Makes things a bit easier. I didn't choose quickness, so that's alright. Take out his goons first. Haha, you missed with one of our. No substantial damage. Far right. And let's just go with more quickness. More projectiles. Cooldown. I basically want that going at all times. Lightning bolt. Lightning bolt specific to air. And I want to equip that. There's force beam. I will take you instead. This is the one I meant by laser beam, force beam. It's a lot better than this, even if that's upgraded. Chain lightning. Let's go ahead and put that to the crown. I guarantee I don't have any crystals. Okay, you're not gonna let me right click. Right click. Come back here. Click. You don't have enough. Okay, that works. So the chain lightning is now going to lightning. That is the force beam. Like I said, it shows you where it's going to attack. It'll line up, fires after charging. Really good for the pierce. Let's see. Well, I guess you're not going to give me the herbalist. Fine. I'd rather do spell. Not damage. Spell experience. Wind shot. Damage. Force beam. Area. Force beam. Power. Lightning. Damage. Lightning. Chaining. Wind road. Basically haste. I'll take that flute. Yeah. Alright, let's try to focus you here. Overall, let's grab some might. Recovery, damage, area, power. Torquing. Yeah. Charge. Hurt. Charge. Oh, mouse must keep those. So by gains 2 levels means every time you put a spell on there, instantly get 2 free upgrades. When you remove it, those upgrades go away. They are temporary, so adding a modifier is probably the better choice. Duration. I like rapidity, just because forget doing the rest. Faster abilities, faster charging, faster everything. Hell yeah. Alright, rapidity. You learned dash. Okay, so dash instead. What? 1% recast level, quickness, knockback. So, charge into enemy use, charge away. Just go ahead. That one. Give this back. And let's pop health. He's under 50%. He's going to be doing more damage. I love how the cooldown is working for me here. Just turn on auto use. And we died to a boss. Totally fine. That's kind of where I wanted to end it anyways, to give you the quick overview. Each spell does have that subcategory, so it's worth checking out. And hey, yeah, y'all take it easy and have a great day.